Now when you hear me do that, that's anxiety. Not really any reason for anxiety, to be honest with you, but it just happens sometimes. I think it's purely because I'm just doing a bit of filtering type manoeuvres. I just think about it too much. Don't think I could have done all this kid stuff now. I'm glad I had my kids young. I had the energy to do it. I really couldn't have done it. Not now. No way, Jose, not for me. Watching the people go by. Oh, she's going to try and shoot out on me, I guess. Yeah, bet you wish you weren't sitting in the Keep Clear now. Wally. I love you, dog. Is it weird that I always forget that I can actually take this hand off and shut my visor, open my visor? I always think it's my clutch hand, where actually it's really not. It's actually nothing. It's just there. It's just for show. That's all it is, because it does absolutely nothing. That's why I need to get one that's lightweight, battery operated. I used to have one when I was a kid, but I was actually the first person in Britain fitted with one, and it's called the Myo Electric. Now, the Myo Electric is basically electric, but it's battery operated. It's got a 6-volt battery, and when I was a kid, I was 4.5, and there was a trial. Well, let's say on Tomorrow's World, for all you oldies out there that can remember. There was a guy on there, and he was wearing this Swedish hand that was called a Myo Electric. And my mum, being the strong, determined woman that she was, saw this TV programme, got in touch with the doctor in Sweden, got in touch with Tomorrow's World, and basically started finding ways that she could get this hand into the UK for children like me, adults like me, you know, not just for me. And she wanted to do it so that everybody had the choice and that they didn't have to pay for the hand, because this hand back then in 1978 was roughly about 7-8 grand. So being this little 4.5-year-old, pigtails, bunches, plaits, you name it, I just had the normal, boring, static prosthetic, like some of you see me with now. And I'd wear this all the time. But this had straps upon straps, and it was tucked under my armpit, tucked around my waist, and it was, to say it was uncomfortable is an understatement. I've actually still got a few. And they said to my mum, well, if you want something functioning for her, she can use this, a split hook. Now, a split hook, you have to have straps around both shoulders, and it's got a pulley lever on it, and you have to pull one shoulder to make it open and close. To be honest, for me, my mum wasn't having a little girl walking around with basically Captain Hook. Wasn't happening, especially as I was at the age where I'd be starting school. She wanted me to have something that looked nice as well as functioned. And when she saw this Myo Electric on Tomorrow's World, well, it was like a dream come true for her. Okay, so just the thumb and index finger and middle finger would be in like a grip, but the other two fingers were just there. Didn't do anything, but made it look like a hand. So she contacted everybody. She contacted MPs, doctors, you name it. She went everywhere. She got together with other parents and she formed a group called Reach, which is still running today. reach.org.uk. And yeah, she started this association up, and there was another mother that heard about this, and she hopped on a plane over to Sweden. And bought the hand for her daughter. Now, all being well, if you've got all the money to do that, then okay, you know, you can. But when you don't have that kind of money, it's unfair. It's like everything in life, but a hand is a necessity. Okay, I say a necessity. You still could do everything without your hand, but in a two-handed world, it's still fucking hard. I mean, I'm not a complainer. I've never been a complainer. I've been a doer. I get on, I do it. But you've got to have that mindset as well to do it. You can't just sit there and think, oh, okay, it doesn't matter, somebody else will do it for me. Sympathy vote doesn't work with me. I'm a tough cookie, always been a tough cookie, and there is nothing that I won't try. As you can see, I'm riding along on a fucking motorbike at the moment where I was told, no, you can't do it, you're never going to do it. And I think I've proved a lot of people wrong. But going back to this hand that my mum was campaigning for, oh, I tell you what, I was all over the front page of our local newspaper. It was the Yellow Advertiser, Romford Recorder, and then the national newspapers picked it up. So there was little old me all over the Daily Express, the Sun, all the newspapers you can think of. I was even asked to go on to news channels, and Pebble Mill at 1. Now that's another oldie, Pebble Mill at 1. Great little programme. I was asked to go on that too. On that, I'd be sat there and I met Yul Brynner. Now we all know who Yul Brynner is, don't we? And if you don't, Google him. Alright, I'll tell you. He was the king in The King and I.
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3 and.
On a bright cloud of music, shall we fly?
1, 2, 3 and.
Shall we dance?
1, 2, 3 and.
Shall we then say goodnight and mean goodbye?
1, 2, 3 and.
Or
perchance, when the last little star has leave the sky,
shall we still be together with our arms around each other? And shall you be my new romance? On the clear understanding that this kind of thing can happen.
shall we dance? Shall we dance? Shall we dance?
No.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Something wrong.
And he was such a lovely man. Huge man. What did I do when I met him? I was sitting on a bloody chair, spinning round, blowing raspberries. well, that was my little claim to fame with him. But you know, he loved me, thought I was a really sweet little girl. I've met quite a few people in my life that TV and film, you know, but my favourite, Suzy Quatro. Oh, I wish I could meet her now, but, you know, it's not possible. She'd probably think, oh, God, it's that kid again. But yeah, I met her. She was absolutely lovely. Yeah, I was a kid, but, you know, she actually turned around and said, oh, she'll be the wild one. Oh, how little did she know how right she was. Cheers, Suzy. Suzy Quatro, you know, I am the wild one. And I love being the wild one. I'm not wild in a bad way. But yeah, I like to be different. Extremely, you know, as much as I can be different. I am. But now everybody's bloody got one hand. What's going on? You know, I look and I think, what happened there? That was just me. Now there's all these people that have one hand. I was the only one. Well, I wasn't. There was loads of us actually. But, you know, we weren't in a little club or anything. So when you've got somebody else that's got one hand and you go, oh, my friend's only got one hand. Do you know him? You know, we're not in a club. And no, I probably don't know your friend, but you know, your friend is probably amazing and does so many good things. And you know, just like everybody, do you ask me whether, oh, that's my friend, they rode a motorbike, do you know them? Oh, that's my friend, they got the same boots as you, do you know them? No, you don't. But I know that's you just trying to say you accept, because acceptance is a very, very difficult thing. And oh, I've got so many stories I could tell you about life. I can't wait to start. And also it was a lovely time. You know, I was invited to the Ritz Hotel and me and my brothers had so much fun. Obviously don't speak to me now, but you know, that's another story. But yeah, we went to the Ritz Hotel, but I always feel that he felt that I was the favourite. Well, I was. Sorry, proved that, didn't I? I was the favourite in the end. Because, well, I'm not going to go into that right now. But, favourite me, yep, I was favourite. But I was the only daughter. I was the favourite daughter. Of course I'm going to be the favourite. I was the favourite daughter. Hello. But getting back to Tomorrow's World. Sorry, I digressed, didn't I? But yeah, Tomorrow's World was it was fun, really fun. And my mum was on there with the health minister. And the health minister, He was a little bit obnoxious about the fact that the hand isn't a magic wand, and he was demonstrating to my mum to say, look, she can use the hook just like everyone else can use the hook. He said, here, look what I can pick up. My mum, being my mum, turned around and said on air, yes, but you're using two fucking hands. Now do it with one hand. And you know what? He couldn't. He absolutely just looked at her and went, well, I can't. She said, well, there you go. You have two hands. You're using both those hands. And why are you using both those hands? You're picking the actual thing up that you're telling her to pick up with the hook with your other hand. Yes, this is the type of things that you face in the world. But it kind of got cut pretty short. But my mum decided that that wasn't enough. So she got her campaigners together and off they trotted to House of Commons. And in they went, because it was being debated in the House of Commons whether this hand should be on the NHS. Obviously, at the price they were, no, we don't want them on the NHS. They don't need to be on the NHS, you know. So they were going to get one hand. Who cares? But Mummy being Mummy got thrown out the Houses of Commons. Yeah, she got chucked out. Because when you go in the House of Commons, you actually sign the paperwork to say that you won't speak or shout. Probably not a good thing for my mum to have signed. So, which was quite funny because, yes, she shouted at the health minister again and said, "It's okay for you down there with two fucking hands." What a legend. What a bloody legend, eh? And, yeah, she's great, my mum. Absolutely great. Miss her so much. Oh, sorry. I got stuck in a little well. Now I'm not sure what gear I'm in. That's better, isn't it? Don't want to stop in second gear, get told off by the instructor. Oh, but anyway. What a lovely day today. And I'm going to finish off here, and I'll get back to the Houses of Commons later and let you know what happened to my mum after she shouted at the from the gallery. But here we are, back at work at art rider training.
Intercom failed. Try again later.